What's up, everybody? My name is Jeremy Jones and I am back with another video. Today I'm talking my weekly sneaker rotation, so stay tuned.
Doesn't make sense. I don't really know. Got a lot of things changing in my life. Hoping one day I'ma get it all right. Brother is engaged, but I started new life. Yeah, I haven't had a chill day. Really wanna vibe, appreciate the moments. I've been creating, not scrolling. Mom and dad still supporting.
Alright, man, I'm back with another video, man. Before I get too deep into this video, y'all already know what to do. Go and hit that like button. It really helps the channel out. And if you're new, consider subscribing. I made content about sneakers. Alright, so let's dive into today's video. Just like I said in the intro, man, I am back with another weekly sneaker rotation, man. This should be week 27 to the best of my knowledge, and if I'm wrong, feel free to correct the kid down in the comment section. Y'all know I started this series at the beginning of the year in 2023, and we're already on week 27. Now, y'all know I plan to go to the very end of the year, and so far, I'm keeping on track. I'm doing my very, very best, right? Okay, and if it does well, I will bring it back next year, but right now, we're just gonna focus on 2023. Now, y'all know how the kid do. I pretty much end things on a Friday and start back up on Saturday, right? Okay, so without further ado, let's just go ahead and dive right into Saturday, right? Okay, now, Saturday, if you guys don't know, I had a family event going on in town. Pretty much, I had like a big gathering and at a special event, and that's one of the reasons why I couldn't go live last Saturday. I really wanted to, but it was time for me to bring out a shoe that I actually have in my collection that I never put on, right? Okay, I know, right? Go figure. And I try my very best to wear all my sneakers. So Saturday, pretty much for the event, right? I had to bust out the Air Force One New Orleans joints right here. Now, I did catch these joints on the sneakers app, and I'm seeing, like, as you guys probably may have not noticed, like on my face, like as I was staring at my shoe, as this is an all white shoe, I've realized that I did get these a little dirty. Now, the camera's probably not gonna do that dirt any type of justice. And also, I firmly realized, like, my version of dirty and probably somebody else's version of dirties on a sneaker is completely different. But I bust out these New Orleans joints now. It's got the 504 on the laces, and I gotta be honest, like when my family saw these joints, and I'm talking my cousins, right, the ones that's more so in my age group, literally I was getting compliments like left and right, and everybody literally thought I was representing like Florida, right? Okay, I'm like, no, y'all know, well, we do have family in Florida, but yo, you know I'm not trying to rep Florida. I just was trying to rep a shoe that I haven't put on, but I knew there would become a time and a place that I would have to wear these shoes. There's another shoe in my collection, but I'm not gonna tell you guys, that I have not put on, I've had for years, that is very similar to this one. If you know, you know, but I felt this was appropriate. In fact, my cousin dressed me for the entire event, right? Okay, which if you've been watching the content this week, you know, like my I had the polo turtleneck try on. I wore that whole fit, so I will have that full pic up of what I actually wore. And of course, pretty much y'all know I'll have an on-feed pic of this as well. It'll be in a sold out Discord. Sign up for the sold out Discord. It is free to sign up, and it will be pinned down in the comment section if you haven't signed up already. Shameless plug, by the way. But yeah, this was my Saturday shoe, and I wore it for a particular reason, and I don't hesitate that I bought the shoe at all. In fact, some of my cousins thought this shoe was like custom, and I'm like, no, this is not a custom shoe. You could actually get this off, well, you could have got it off Nike, right, if they were still available, right? But I remember these joints did sell out, and I remember this shoe actually took like way longer to ship than what any other sneaker shoe release that I've gotten from sneakers, right? Okay, but anyway, this was my Saturday shoe. Now, moving right along on to Sunday, pretty much, I just wanted to relax because, picking back up off of Saturday, low-key off that event, I had to do a lot of behind the scenes like setup to make sure everybody was comfortable that we had like coming into town and visiting and stuff like that. So pretty much, I was pretty much exhausted from Saturday. So Sunday, I just wanted to kick back, relax. I pretty much did have just like, I didn't have to run the errands, but I did want to just grab some food and just kind of hang out and relax. So pretty much I did it in something very simple. And of course, I did it in the Air Jordan 12 French Blue 12s, right? I said Air Jordan 12 French Blue 12s, but yeah, the French Blue 12s is what I wore on Sunday, right? Okay, a shoe arguably that I don't wear enough, and I have contemplating like trying to sell these guys, but then again, I remember what I went through to get these guys, and I remember where I bought them, off of Eastbay. Even though Eastbay is kind of not like a thing anymore, but when Eastbay was a thing, which you know is part of pretty much Foot Locker and Champs, which is basically a part of like Flex, all that thing right there, before all that even existed, Eastbay was its own thing, but kind of was with Foot Locker and them as well. It's kind of one of those, if you know, you know, and I'm kind of telling my age of how long I've been like collecting sneakers, right? Okay, so with all that being said, this was my Sunday shoe. I wanted something just kind of subtle, chill, but summer vibes, right? Okay, so pretty much this is why I rocked on Sunday. Now, moving right along on to Monday. Now Monday, right? Okay, this is pretty much should be July 3rd. I know because I know July 4th fell on Tuesday, so I already know what that shoe is. But we're on Monday right now, right? Okay, and I know I'm all over the place on this weekly sneaker rotation, but Monday, I wanted to literally relax because after pretty much having family in town, then getting things chilled back on like Sunday, then Monday, everybody kind of just left right back out and or in the process of leaving. So Monday, there's nothing I wanted to do more than just simply just relax. So when we speak relax, all the kid pretty much pulled out on Monday was his YEEZY slides, right? Okay, now this is the Azure colorway, which is the blue colorway. I've been breaking these guys in slowly but surely, right? Okay, plus you guys know I wore them like last week, so I had to have them again this week, man. So I haven't forgot about my periods, but you know, just kind of chick back, just kill back, relax, and I didn't do too much. Kind of just stayed around the house. I didn't even think I even did any chores, man. I just kind of literally just woosah, man, and just relax. I didn't really do too much. So this was my Monday shoe. Now, moving right along on to Tuesday. That was July 4th, if you haven't been living under a rock, right? Okay. Probably the worst sneaker choice I could choose for July 4th, because I did go out to kind of just catch a vibe and see what the fireworks show was, right? Okay, so pretty much on Tuesday, July 4th, I bust out the eggplants. You know, it's kind of like I guess you can say it's a DC thing or a DMV thing, which is DC, Maryland, Virginia, right? Okay, so I will say I brought these guys out, but I was out way longer than I expected, right? Okay, so I had these shoes on. Usually when I put these shoes on, I don't plan to have them on no longer than an hour, right? Okay, I had these joints on for several hours, right? Several hours, and I can tell you, right? These joints hurt my feet so bad, not because it's just no flex room in these joints, right? Okay. I had these joints on for so long that when I went to the gym the next morning on Wednesday, literally my feet was still like throbbing, bro. Like they were just doing this, right? Okay. These joints is like one of those, please don't be me and go true to size. Go a half size up. And if you do go true to size, wherever you're going, please just say, I'm only gonna be there for like an hour or 2 hours at best. After 2 hours, I guarantee you, your feet is gonna go numb. Point blank period, because these joints, there's no flex. I will say this, look at it, there's no wrinkles and or creases in this shoe, and there never will be. It's either just gonna have the paint probably scratch off or fall apart before there will be a crease in this shoe. That's how uncomfortable it is. Now, again, you don't really realize how uncomfortable it is until you've had it on for a long time. And this could arguably be any shoe, but this is the last shoe you need to put on if you're gonna be going for like 2 to 3, 4 hours, right? This is like an hour to 2 hour max shoe. So this was my Tuesday shoe for the 4th of July. Of course, y'all know I'm gonna have some on-feed picks. In fact, low key, right? Before I go to the next shoe, I wanted to do an on-feed pick. There's no on-feet pick of this one because my feet was hurting so bad. I was just happy to get out of these things. I didn't have time to post for a picture. I just wanted to take them off. Anyway, this was my Tuesday shoe. Now, moving right along on to Wednesday, right? Okay, the kid was right back at work, back in the office. No more days off. And at this point, y'all saw this. I do have an on-feed pick of these. This is the Air Jordan 3 Black Cement joints. One of my favorite shoes in my collection. No matter how you slice it and dice it, my feet were still throbbing from the foams, but these actually made up for it, and I got back to normal around like Thursday, right? Okay, but this was my Wednesday shoe. Y'all know, arguably one of my favorite shoes in my collection. Of course, Nike check on the back of these things really make a big difference, right? Okay, and I do have an on-feet pick of this, so this was my Wednesday shoe. Now, moving right along on to a Thursday. Again, right back to work, and I kind of just want to chill out, so I bust out the P-Rod, pretty much the true blue, like P-Rod version cements. Now this is a Nike SB, not a Nike SB Dunk, but a Nike SB shoe. Yes, there is a difference. I've been corrected several times at this point. Now this shoe I think was produced, let me double check the production date on this joint because I just recently picked these up, but the shoe was actually produced back in 2009, right? Okay, Dunks knows this is a shoe I wanted to have in my collection way back in the day when we were in school, right? Okay, which was not that way back in the day from when he was produced, but when these came out, I think me and Dunks was technically still back in school, and I think the only reason I didn't pick these up because I was in the shoes, but it just wasn't on my radar yet. And I think like this is way before the sneaker collection, the sneaker collecting thing just took off. I had a lot of sneakers, but I was collecting sneakers before, like, how should I word it? I'm gonna say it like this. I had a sneaker collection and I didn't even realize I had a sneaker collection, right? Okay, I was collecting sneakers before I realized I was even doing it, right? Okay, but once I started talking to Dunks, of course, he gonna remind me of stuff randomly all the time of like our childhood, and this is why I just had to have in the collection. So this was my Thursday shoe, had to have. Super comfortable, super thick tongue, paws in. It is a Nike SB for Nike skateboarding. P-Rod, which is short for Paul Rodriguez, one of my favorite skateboarders of all time. You should know that. Y'all know I used to be very, very big in skateboarding. Borderline still is, but not on the level of how I once was, right? Okay, so this was my Thursday shoe. Now, moving right along, we're gonna close things out on Friday. Now, it was pretty much raining all Friday, so the kid, of course, I'm struggling to get this one, but yeah, I had to bust out the patent leather, and then of course I had to bust out the Air Jordan 11 Breads, right? Okay, arguably one of my favorite shoes in my collection. Now this isn't the last one that updated. This is the one that dropped back in 2012, back in December. I remember when I picked these guys up, mine are still pretty much in good condition, so I didn't really need the most like recent pair that dropped, but I did go for them. I just took an L, but I didn't have time to chase them down because that was in 2019. I remember because I had family in town as well. So I had a lot going on. I really couldn't focus on the sneakers how I really, really wanted to, but I still got these guys, and as a shoe, I still rock from time to time. And of course, black and red bread, you really just can't go wrong with it at the end of the day. Arguably one of the best sneakers of all time. It's definitely gonna make a top 5 list every single time, no matter how you slice it and dice it. And if it don't make a top 5, which I'm pretty sure it will make a top 10, but I'm gonna say top 5, right? Okay, so this pretty much was my Friday shoe, and this completes my weekly sneaker rotation for this week. What do you guys think down in the comment section of my weekly sneaker rotation, man? This week, man, I gotta say, like, I kind of brought out low-key heat. Like, it wasn't like that major crazy like collab heat, but at the same time, it was something that I feel like all these shoes, if we didn't have collabs or anything like these things will still be at the top of somebody's list somewhere. Even the P-Rod joints, if you know about Nike skateboarding, right? Okay, but overall, this was my weekly sneaker rotation for this week. I want you guys to sound off in the comment section. Let me know what you wore this week as well, man, because I'm definitely curious what you guys be throwing in rotation as well. Other than that, man, I'm gonna go ahead and close things out for this video, man. Y'all be sure to hit that like button. It really helps the channel out, and if you're new, consider subscribing. I made content about sneakers. Again, my name is Jeremy Jones, and thank you for watching, and I'm out.
I figure out we go.